you know that it's gonna be an informative video when you have pages and pages written. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena if you are new here, and if you are new here, welcome, hi, hello, it's nice to meet you. I just popped my elbow, I've never done that before. Okay, this is getting intimate. Hi, okay. I think intros are weird. You already know what this video is gonna be about because you probably read the title, therefore I'm just going to jump right into it. I want to start very simple. I have a theory that if you're watching this video, you're probably a human who experiences emotions. And if you're not, then I have a theory that if you're watching this video, you are probably a human. Okay? Simple enough, right? Now, what I have to say is, humans were born to experience emotions. That is just a part of who we are and what we do. We naturally experience emotions. However, the society that we live in this day and age, or shall I say, planet Earth, sorry, the society that we live in really stigmatizes emotion and associates a huge negative connotation with people who express their emotions. And that is something that is beginning to change because people are beginning to open their eyes and realize that expressing your emotions is an important and natural human thing to do. However, it isn't widely accepted yet, and that is partially why I am making this video. Now, because we experience emotions, that includes everything. Good emotions, bad emotions, positive, negative, happiness, sadness, anger, confusion, frustration, excitement, clarity, prosperity, anything. Every emotion. We all experience them. Yes, I am like you and you are like me. We all feel things. That's a good place to start. We also all have personalized, unique life experiences because we all experience different things in our day-to-day lives. And unfortunately, some of these things are very negative. Very negative meaning some of us experience traumatic experiences, some of us experience intense trauma. And trauma is very complex and very difficult and unfortunate to deal with. Most people experience trauma. There are varying levels of trauma. Some traumas are very, 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 very intense. And that is what most people think of when they think of trauma. However, if something impacts your life and changes the way that you think and view things and act in a negative way, and something triggers you over and over and over again, that is likely trauma. That is what trauma is. But if you don't believe that you experience trauma, what I am going to be talking about in today's video also applies to experiencing pain, and we all unfortunately experience pain. Now, there is a very common misconception about trauma and pain, and that misconception is that you must let it go. You must get over it as soon as possible. You must let go of it. Make sure it is no longer a part of your life as thoroughly as you possibly can. Do everything in your power to erase the trauma from your life, to erase the pain from your life, to suck it up and spit it out over there, far, far away from you. Get it out of your life. There is a huge misconception and lots of advice going around where people tell you to do that, to suck it out of you and get rid of it. And for those of us who have experienced trauma, myself included, we have probably tried that method. We have probably really, truly tried everything in our power to get rid of our trauma, because I know I have, and I know many others have too. And here's the misconception: that is entirely impossible. It is not possible to suck it up and spit it out and get rid of it and take it out of your life. That is not possible. Trauma and pain are both tied in with emotion, and emotion is a type of energy, okay? We know that emotion equals energy, and if you don't know that, watch some more of my videos. Another thing that we know is that energy cannot be destroyed or created. Therefore, the traumas that you have endured will always be with you. You can't just suck them up and spit them out and throw them away. They will always be there. However, energy can be transformed. Therefore, the way that you perceive your traumas can be transformed too. Tied in along with this misconception is where a lot of people go wrong. Where a lot of people go wrong is when they spend their lifetime trying to forget, ignore, or even cut out the trauma from their life. Because energy cannot be destroyed or created, and we know that emotion is a type of energy, it is inevitably impossible to remove traumas from your life. When people do this, when people follow the misconception and they try to forget it, they try to suck it up, they try to get rid of their trauma, they are trying to amputate themselves, to sever it away, to remove it entirely. However, these experiences have already happened. They have already occurred in your life. And experiences that you have already experienced cannot be unexperienced because you have already experienced them. They have already happened. You can't remove something in your life that has already happened to you, therefore it is with you. What can change, however, is how you perceive them. Therefore, these experiences can be transformed. I'm going to say something. Forgiveness is the only way that you can move forward. Forgiveness is the only way that you can move on with your life. But in order to forgive, first you must feel the pain that you are trying to forgive from. If you're not ready to forgive those who have hurt you, that's okay. I promise you that is okay. Personally, I am not ready to forgive some people who have hurt me either. And while that is unfortunate in knowing, because I know that that is the only way to really move on, it's okay. And you have to accept that it's okay. You have to accept where you are in life. You can't force anything. You can't force yourself to be ready if you are not ready. And that's okay. Acceptance is important. If you're not ready to forgive those who have hurt you, start with forgiving yourself. That is one of the most crucial things you can possibly ever do. You've probably heard the saying, hurt people hurt people. While you are experiencing intense pain, it is very likely that you hurt other people. But that is okay because you were trying to survive. We have a lot of unhealthy coping mechanisms, and being angry, defensive, lashing out, snapping at people, ignoring people, going completely nonverbal. People pleasing is another one of these things. There are so many, I just listed a few, etc. There's so many more. Can be some of these coping mechanisms, but that's because years ago, it's all that we felt that we had that would keep us alive and able to survive if we have experienced trauma or especially emotional abuse. The anger, hatred, sadness, and fear that you wore as a mask were there to help you. They were there to help you to survive, but now they are not needed. And now it's time to accept that they're not needed. And it's time to forgive yourself and transform this anger, this fear, this sadness, this hatred into love, into compassion, into strength. Transform it into something lighter, because again, it's energy. Energy can only be transformed. So this anger and hatred that you hold inside of you, it doesn't need to be there anymore because it's not serving you anymore. And so you can transform it into something lighter that will help you, and it will help other people as well. While your trauma will always be with you, the pain doesn't always have to be with you, because the pain is an emotion. Emotion is energy. Energy can be transformed. The pain can be transformed. This pain that you feel, this sadness and this sorrow can be transformed into love. It can be transformed into something light, into something positive. So, focus upon these feelings of love only when they are true and sincere, when they feel genuinely joyous. I don't mean fake it. Don't fake the happiness. Don't be fake in front of people and just pretend. Don't do that. What I mean is when you are alone and when you're with people, but start when you're alone. It can be easiest to do this when you're alone first. When you are alone, focus on something that makes you happy. Anything, it can be absolutely anything at all. A memory, a feeling, a person, a thing. It's best if it isn't something physical. It's best if it's not another person or an object. But if it is a person or an object, that's okay, as long as it's true, sincere happiness and joy and love. As long as you know that it is pure and true. Find this love deep inside of you. If you have experienced trauma or emotional abuse or anything of the sort, it might feel very difficult to find any joy or happiness at all. But I want to tell you that it is there. I promise it is there, because when we were born babies. Did you know? You were a baby when you were born. And babies are born with pure hearts filled with joy and love. Babies radiate pure light energy and love and laughter and joy. So much love in their hearts. We all have a little bit of love somewhere deep inside of us. You just have to search. Pain is simply the absence of love. However, because energy cannot be destroyed or created, there will always be a little bit of love inside of you to work with. Pain is just the absence of love. It's love that has been transformed, but it isn't possible for all of that love to transform. There will always be a little bit of love inside of you to work with. So find that love that is deep inside of you. You can ignite this spark whenever you choose. Find it and feel it. Feel it as deeply as you possibly can. Feel it so deeply. Do a little visualization. Visualizations are so helpful. Visualization meditations are really helpful. If you don't want to meditate, that's okay. Just visualize. But visualize and feel this feeling of love, pure radiance, pure joy. Whatever it is that you're thinking about that makes you feel these feelings doesn't matter. Don't focus on the thing that makes you feel the feelings, focus on the feelings themselves. First, you might be focusing upon the thing because that thing is what makes you happy. But once you find that happiness, focus on the happiness, focus on the love and the joy. Feel it to the absolute fullest. Do this often and watch the love that you have for yourself, for others, for the world. Watch it grow. Watch your pain transform into love and see how your life will drastically change. Eventually, forgiveness will come naturally. Eventually, you won't even have to think about forgiveness because you will be feeling so much love that you love the person that you need to forgive, and you already do forgive them. You forgive them naturally. But if that isn't the case, keep working on this. Keep feeling these feelings of love. Keep focusing upon these good feelings as often as you can, because the more that you focus on these feelings of love, the more frequently you do this, the more often you do this, the more intensely that you do this, the more pain you are transforming into love, because we all have a set amount of energy within us. It is the energy that is our body, okay? And because of this, that means there is a ratio of positive energy to negative energy, and the more we focus on these feelings of love, the more we can outweigh the negative energy. The more we can allow our positive energy to rise, and soon our negative energy will dissipate. Personally, I do not believe in the myth of letting go of your trauma. It will always be with you. What you can let go of is the pain. But through letting go of pain, the only way to let go of pain is to move on to another thing, which is a transformation. And in this case, transform into love, because that's what will serve you. I'm sure you have so many questions about your own experiences, but once you do this often enough, once you become the embodiment of true, pure love, radiant light energy, soon you will have the answers to your questions, because you will be aligned with source energy, and therefore you will be aligned with your intuition, and you'll just have this knowingness and this sense of comfort and safety and security that everything is okay and everything will be okay. And I want to tell you right now that if you have experienced traumas or pain, I know it doesn't feel like anything is okay, but I promise that things are okay. And I know that you have hope too, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on this video. I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you from the bottom, from the deepest depths of my heart. I love you so much. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have a tremendously wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment down below if you feel so inclined to do so. I love you so much. I hope that this video was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.